This Hangout on Air is live, I was just told. So wonderful, wacky Wednesday. I hope you fabulous day. It's 6:45 at night, and I'm wrapping up my day. That's a lie. I'm not. I have a few things left on the list. I like to talk about my agenda, and but it's almost over. I had a great day, and I wanted to tell you about it. But I'm trying to really stick to my topics that I've been posting, and I hope anybody that might join or watch or listen or whatever you choose to do appreciates that, because sometimes it's not easy for somebody like me who doesn't to stick to a topic. So I come from Irish immigrant parents. Proud to say that I am 100% Irish, born and raised in New York by mom and dad from Dublin, Ireland. And there's a few reasons I want to talk about this today. Ironically, I was just on the phone with my younger brother, Sean, who I affectionately call Shwoody, since he was a little boy. He's 10 years younger than me, my little baby, and he's leaving for Ireland on Friday. He's going to Sean Henshaw's wedding, and it's, so jealous. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time. And I'm really, really happy for them. And it's always just great to get the Henshaws together. And I'm sure my brother will see some of the Cuthberts, that's my dad's side of the family, and the Henshaws on my mom's side. Big, big, big Irish family. Mom has 12 brothers. I should say had. Well, she'll always have 12 brothers, but a few have passed away. Sadly enough, that is what happens in life, right? Dad comes from 8 and has lost a sister recently. And, we just have a big family. It's huge. And I only have 2 brothers. And I think that's enough, considering my mom had 12, right? But it's definitely, hi, my one viewer. How are you? Hopefully it's not as grainy as it looks to me in the camera if you're watching. I don't know if you're watching or you're listening, but whatever it is, I'm so glad you're here. I love having one viewer. So we're talking all things Ireland and all things immigrant. So I was talking to my brother what it must have been like for them growing up, because I'm not going to tell you exactly what we talked about, but I am going to tell you that it is very easy for me today at 44 years old to have a great respect and understanding from how they grew up, them being here in this country, and they still talk about Ireland today like they left yesterday, or I should say this morning. It is such a part of my daily conversations with them. Ireland comes up every single day. And, it's because they grew up with so much love. And I now today don't take for granted that I still have my parents with me, because I know that I'm fortunate. I know that I'm very happy to have their mom and dad here. So I don't take one day for granted, at least. And my husband and I are very conscious of this. So if it's you, honey, watching or listening, maybe you're nodding your head. But we are conscious of this, that we have, limited time in this earth. So, hashtag be kind, right? Tom DuPont said that the other day in the podcast to people. So I think it is the greatest advantage. Gary Vaynerchuk talks about this a lot. Formats, all 900 of them. He's so good at it. Oh my God. So I'm just trying to keep up, okay? One a day. But anyway, he's just about the gratitude that I have today, because my parents came here from another country. And I know that, you had mom and dad, my special guests, on this vlog before. And what I'll do is I'll try to embed a video that a good friend, or good recent friend, has done for my parents. There was a reunion in Ireland, so they did a little kind of documentary video of what it was like growing up in Ireland, and it was so great to watch them. So I changed a few things to the video just yesterday. I put some music behind it to honor them because they have all these great party songs, as they call them. All right, and if they heard me saying it like that, they would say, "We don't talk like that, Sharon." Oh my God, they're so in my head. Aren't your parents so in your head? Oh, the lighting is getting a little better as we go. Great, it's showing my roots even more and my gray hair. Can you believe? Like, I am really 44. I still find it hard to believe that it's happening, that age is happening. But I'm loving it, okay? I can't wait to be 45. But let's just continue. Irish immigrant parents. So they come to this country when they're teenagers, and I think it's a big deal to move to a different state by myself. Well, actually, I was alone. So point one for Sharon Feckety. I did move here by myself, and my parents had relatives, and it doesn't matter, right? They were in New York City, like Queens. They were in Woodside, and they had a very hard time. Imagine leaving like your country and some of your family and your parents, and oh my God, it must have been so hard. And my mom's mom died on her wedding day. That's right. So anytime that I feel something about how we all feel about our parents when they maybe get on our nerves or we don't want to do something they asked, in a nanosecond in my mind, I think of how grateful I am to have them on this earth. And I think that if any of you that might be watching or listening should feel the same way, okay? Because you're going to miss them when they're not here. I've watched many, many friends and family members cry their eyes out, losing their parents. So I just don't forget it. I did a vlog a while ago that said, don't forget who brought you to the dance. Well, literally, my parents brought me to the dance, okay? They birthed me. And I'm grateful for them. And Mom's birthday is coming up, a very special day for all of us. And I'm going to trip her birthday. She wants to see her grandchild celebrate her birthday. So they've always been very, very generous, and they taught me how to be kind, and they taught me hard work. My dad worked 46 years at New York Hospital. I watched him get up every morning at like 5 a.m. and he would walk to the train station. It wasn't down the street. And he would stop at Warden's Deli and get a ham and egg and a cup of tea. You can't drink tea anymore. It's not good. Lots of kidney stones. And then he would take the Long Island Railroad, and then he would take a subway and a bus, and he would walk, and he did it every single day for 46 years. I know, because he used to take me. And it was like an adventure every time we would go. I could not believe that he did that trip every day. And then my mom, who was an echo tech, who went back to school in her 40s to NYU to go from an EKG tech to an echo tech. And she loves to say carotid artery still to this day. And it's so funny to me. But she had 3 kids. She just had her 3rd. And she was going, oh, come on. And she worked full time. And she put us through private school. So immigrants work hard, man. How can I not work even close? I can't even imagine what it's like to have 3 children and pay for them and pay for their education. So they realized what they didn't have, and they gave us so much. And then what we didn't have, and then we give that much more to our kids. I was just telling Dr. Laura today, you know, when we took Cooper on vacation with us last week, we said, you know, this is unreal. Like, you're staying at the Wyndham Grand. We didn't go on vacations like this. We took the car and drove 6 hours to Cape Cod in the middle of the night for 2 weeks, almost every year. We never got on a plane. Well, until I was 16, then we went to Ireland for my first time, which I loved. And I cried all the way there, and then I cried all the way back because I did not want to go because it was summertime in New York, and I was like, how could you take me to that terrible place that rains all the time? And then I cried all the way home. How could you take me away from all of those family members? So, yeah, I was never happy. I've been many, many times. Wish I was going this week, but I'm so glad that my brother's going, and he's going to have an amazing time. And they're going to have a Hussle. That's what they call it. They're going to laugh, and Irish people are just so darn funny, like witty, funny. Like if you're not listening closely, you're going to miss it. So I could not be more grateful that I grew up and watched this, because I was taught hard work, be kind, show up, or not going to school. What? And I had to walk to school. I can't even imagine Cooper walking to school today. That would be insane. But it wasn't insane us growing up. And okay, I had shoes, but I always used to love saying, I had to walk uphill with no shoes to school. But we did, for sure not have it as easy as the kids have it today. But I'm so grateful that there was no social media when I was growing up. That would have been a nightmare. So, great day. Got to go to Telemundo. So that's another fun thing, right? So sorry about the lighting today and every day. Probably stinks every day. I'm so glad you're still with me, one viewer. Thank you. Telemundo today. And I actually felt what it must be like for other countries to come here and not speak the language. Like, I was the only one that didn't speak Spanish. But I was like, I don't know what anybody's saying. I didn't know what my client was saying on the broadcast. But they were wonderful. Oh my God, they were so nice. They were like, it was like coming into a family. They were like hugging and smiling and introducing us. I mean, it gave us tours, and I love Telemundo Tampa. Just saying, you guys are awesome. If you guys ever see this, maybe I lost my one viewer. How could you do that to me? I'm kidding. All right, so listen, here's the thing. I'm to be from immigrant parents because they've taught me everything. Grateful. I don't take things for granted. I was taught that, though. That I'm sure it doesn't come naturally for everybody, but I see what they went through, and the older I get, the more I understand. So I, in turn, hired an Irish immigrant. Terry, if you're watching, I know how hard it works because I come from that. I feel like I just said, like, that's bad. Like, I know how, like, I hire immigrants. Like, I'm not just I hired somebody that was from South Tampa before, okay? But I really think that it's just a different world, where when you don't have a lot and you don't come from a lot and you overcome adversity, it's very easy to see all of the gifts that are given to us in America. So, and I grew up in New York, and then I come here to Florida. And to me, in comparison, coming from New York to Florida, it's like I always felt like I had a great advantage because you're in a sea of thousands of people just trying to walk down the street together in Manhattan to get to work. So you can get run over at any given time. So with that, I will say I'm very blessed. I'm very happy to be an Irish woman. I am very happy to have parents that come from Dublin. I hope you watch the video. I'm going to post it on my Facebook page tonight at Sharon Feckety, and I'm sure you would enjoy it. The stories are great. Listen, if you just like to hear the Irish accent, I highly recommend you watch the video. Okay? Just saying. I think I'm going to send it to my Dr. Cook client in New York. She loves Irish accents, and she will love listening to my parents. So it's so great. I'm so blessed. And Mom and Dad, I'll send this to you. I hope you enjoyed me talking about you the whole time. I love you from the inside out. You are the best thing. The best thing that ever happened to me. That's ridiculous. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have happened. So kudos to you-dos. All right, everybody, I'll see you tomorrow. Have an awesome night. Stopping the broadcast. Ciao.